Quirky is, at its core, it's an execution company. We make sure that all the heavy lifting of design and engineering and all those things are done by an expert team, so that the world can just be out there and be creative.
Our community it's everyday people from around the world, so they're submitting things that sometimes are just napkin sketches.
It's literally just filling out a form on a website and throwing up some drawings and pictures or renders if I was able to do them.
So people submit ideas to our website. We pick the best ones every week. We put them through a really collaborative product design process, and what comes out are the best ideas that the world has on a weekly basis.
Part of the problem is you give up some control during that process, so a lot of other people will chime in, tweak your idea. Designers at Quirky will mess with it a little bit, so there is a bit of a trade-off there.
We're not crowdsourcing. We actually have a sort of a family, a collaborative family that wants to make a better product, that wants to make a better idea. So the way that they participate is to help us find the better ideas. They want us to succeed. They're vested. Their participation earns them a micro royalty if that product goes to market. So they're like stockholders, shareholders in sort of this Quirky brand.
The only product company in the world where there's no like supreme product god saying, yes, we'll make that. Some of the most successful products we've made were products that I hate.
We're authentic. We are real with our community. We're real with our inventors. And our number one mantra is to make invention accessible. That's how we lead and end all sales meetings.
Sometimes you just don't know how it's going to behave or perform, and that's the reality of making products. That's why it's difficult.
I had the chance to have a say in what the product was going to be made of and what it was going to look like. But if I wanted, I could have simply just put my idea on there and backed away, and that was pretty appealing.
Today, Quirky controls most of the life cycle of their products, from design up through the manufacturing and until distribution and the actual sales of their products, which they kind of outsource through their retail partners like Target and Best Buy.
For us, a lot of it is about materials. It's about testing, using digital methods to test, regulatory, making sure that products are food safe. So there's really a lot that goes into it that the everyday person isn't necessarily thinking about, or that they're necessarily even capable of thinking about.
Quirky is already a very complex company. CEO Ben KAUFMAN says they kind of have 6 different businesses in one. So that retail component that they're looking to build in the coming years is going to be very tricky as well.
Knowing the Quirky process and the community, I always felt like there was a protection model in place to where so many people are seeing your idea and invested in it and like participating that if anyone had an issue or decided to try and take your idea, there's a huge community of people here that would have fought for me.
Building a retail brand from scratch is no easy prospect, and brick and mortar stores haven't exactly fared well in the last decade.
Managing an online community is our first priority because that's where the great ideas are. So if we get that right, we'll make the products the world needs and wants, and everything will be great.